crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. This is fielded at the 27. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. Fourth down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They're going to look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Terrace Marshall with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Panthers 10, Vikings nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Darnold now to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0.
Vikings 0. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. Complete. Jefferson to target. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
To throw again on second down, Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Vikings nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Darnold from the gun. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
At their own
for the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He's going to keep this again. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now it's the backup Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, and a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete there to Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. McCaffrey on the counter. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Shi Smith his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 37, Vikings nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense under a heavy heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. That caught by Tremble. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall there to make the grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
To Justin Jefferson. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Vikings on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on 4th and 2. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They get this out left, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Still going. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the
Tannehill. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Tannehill now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And going deep for Hill. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1.